Hello humans, welcome back to Stone Valley. We have progressed on to January, so let's go check out the fields and see what we have to work on today. So, we knew from our last stream that we had grass to cut, so we are definitely going to try to get that taken care of today. How are the animals doing? So, they're full of grass, they've got a ton of grain, which is awesome, so we'll probably be good there. Nothing to do with the animals. It does look like we have a field to harvest here, which is great. So, we've got our wonderful barley ready to go, so we may as well just start off right there in that field. So let's go ahead and grab the combine, and we will jump into that and start to harvest up that barley field. Last time we also completed a sunflower contract, a harvesting contract for some sunflowers for our neighbor right across the street. Got myself into a little bit of a pickle here. There we go. We will get out and get over to that barley field and start to get that harvested up. I also think that our newly planted fields could do with some lime and do with some fertilizer, so we'll also work on that today. So we've got quite a bit to do. But I think the first order of business here is working on harvesting this barley field. So we're going to go ahead and get jumped right into it. Hope you all are having a... Oh, we actually want to be swathing this so that we can prepare some bales. There we go. And you can see that our field over here of wheat that we planted is germinated. You can also see that up ahead of us, that field has germinated as well. We were not able to finish planting before we moved into the month of January, so unfortunately you can see up there we've got a worker finishing out planting that field, getting the last of the wheat in. We were fighting against that midnight hour moving from December to January, and we just didn't make the cut. So unfortunately we are having to continue the planting there. Looks like we've got some weeds over there in our field here, so just got some small weeds, but definitely probably want to take care of that. Actually, we might not have to. That might just be on the edge here, because we did use that new plow that we bought to cultivate that field and the large field in front of us, which I think removes all the weeds. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's the case. So we might not have to deal with weeds, which is one less thing off of our task list. We also put in this meadow grass right in between the fields during the last live stream as well. Help separate these two fields. This was the first field that we started with, so we kind of split it into two fields at first because we could do two different crop types. Potentially, if harvest of these two fields ever line up in the future, we might look at moving this back into one large field so that we can just have another large field. I don't know if we need to have two smaller ones and continue to do two different crop types moving forward. It was definitely helpful when we started the series, but now that we've expanded a little bit, that we've bought another plot of land, we might be able to get these joint back together. So we're just going to continue working on harvesting up this field. Hope everybody is having a great Friday night. Hope everybody has some fun weekend plans, but for the time being, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. Alright, so we're finishing up the first pass of the headland here. Already up to 75%. So I think we're going to send this off on a worker here. And hopefully, when we do that, we can hop out and head over here, grab another one of our tractors, probably the John Deere, and grab that trailer so that we can help get that combine unloaded. So let's go and start working on that. I did also see our worker planting that field has run out of seeds. I was hoping that they were going to have enough to finish that field, but it does not look like that's the case. But you can see that we've got some seed bags over here, so we can definitely help out with that. But for the time being, let's get caught up with this combine and get it emptied. Driving might be a little erratic tonight. Seems like my dead zone got reset for some reason, which always makes driving a little bit funky, but we'll make it work. Can we catch them before they fill up? Yes, we can. Alright, there we go. Barley being loaded into the trailer. So we'll get this unloaded, let this worker continue, jump in the Fent over there, and drive back over to get this filled back up with seeds. You can see that we've already germinated the wheat here in the field, which is great. It is saying that it needs lime. Also can see that it is 0% fertilized. So we'll need to work on both of those things tonight during the stream. We also are going to keep our eye out for a larger drill. Working on the fields of our size with a drill this size is definitely not conducive. Only holds 600 liters of seeds and does not have the largest working width, so we definitely need to keep an eye out in the sale for a new drill. We do have 94,000 in the bank, which is great. However, we do have a rather sizable loan with the bank that we will need to continue to pay off. So although that number does look really good, unfortunately, that is not a true depiction of what we have in our bank account. I think after we are able to harvest these two fields and the large field in front of us that we are working on getting planted here, I think we might be able to get ourselves out of debt. But let's go ahead and get this lined back up, set up back on this worker, and let them continue to get this field completed. Hopefully this last load of seeds here in the drill is enough for them to finish up the field. So, hey Candace, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's get this turned on, drop down, and put onto a worker. Alright, we're going to jump out, get out of their way. We're going to head back to the John Deere over here, and we are going to continue to help get this field cleared off with the combine. So, got about 8,000 liters or so off the field already. We're going to make our way down to the field and zip around and come on back and continue to get the combine unloaded. So making some pretty good progress already here early on a January morning. So we hope to continue with this progress for the rest of the day. We are only playing 1 day months, so I'm going to continue to be able to... We are almost just too tall for our combine here, but don't know why I didn't have this issue the last time, but let's try to get into a better position, maybe further out, and we'll have less of an issue. Why did we not have this issue last time? There we go. Looks like we gotta be just at the edge. We definitely need to upgrade this combine as well, or bring on a second one, but after we get this pass emptied into the trailer, we will jump into the sale and see if there's anything on sale today that we might need. Alright, get them to put the last of it in there. There we go. And here we go. Let's jump into the sale. We've got a baler, which I am tempted. We've got 180 to 240 centimeter bale. It is 70,000, so most of our money. Is this an auto load? It can be an auto load trailer, which would be really nice. It can also hold those 180 to 240, but we definitely don't have enough money. Oh, we do have enough money actually to buy both of those, so that's very tempting. And we actually do have another harvester in here, so wow, we've got quite a bit. So let's see, what's the capacity here? Only 5,200 liters. I don't know how that compares here. Let's actually take a look at that. Our harvester here has 8,500 liters, so that really wouldn't be much of an upgrade for us. So I don't know if moving to something like this would really be something that we want to do. I think that having a second one would be great, but we've also got to buy the header. What about this case here? 210 horsepower, so not that powerful. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go ahead and make sure we don't have a baler. We do not. So we're going to go ahead and buy the baler here. What wheels do we want? I'm always kind of liking these. So let's go ahead, 74,000. And then we'll get the auto load added here. We will do the straight side. Actually, I like the straight and curved side. We'll go wide wheels. I think the Trelleborg work. We'll keep that main color. I do like that color. No license plate, and we will get that purchased. All right, so that only leaves us with about $10,000 left in the bank, which is quite all right. I think that we know that we need to get that loan paid off, but at the same time, we also need to spend money to make money. So let's take our little pickup truck up to the store and get that trailer picked up. We will be baling the field that we are harvesting right now as soon as they are done. So having that new auto loading bale trailer will be great. And I think this truck here should be able to pull that, as well as after we get that dropped off, the baler. So maybe we should actually bring the baler back first, since we will need that first. But we will see. We'll see what we can get attached to and what we can pull, and we will get both of them back to the farm. We're gonna make a crazy pass here. Look out. I've toyed with the idea of selling this truck, but it does come in handy for little things like this. It's also much faster than any of our tractors, so being able to do little things like this, little runs up to the store, really helps out. Okay, so that was what I'm a little bit worried about. I didn't know if I'd be able to connect to either of these. Nope, I am able to pull this. It's interesting that I can pull this and not the trailer, but we will get this pulled back to the farm. This has to look quite hilarious. This large baler being pulled by this little truck. I don't know if this would actually work in real life or not, but it's working here, so we are going to get our brand new baler back to the farm. It is quite hard to control. As we drive by the field, we'll be able to check on the progress of the worker that is planting that field. Yeah, this definitely isn't meant to tow this. It is pushing it all over the place. So you can see, making decent progress here in the field. Got a couple more passes left. Like I said, unfortunately, we weren't able to get that all planted in January. So that's alright. So I'm actually just going to bring this straight to the field, since we will be using it to bale up the straw from the field over here. So let's go ahead and get this detached here. Saw that we've got a nearly full grain tank, so we'll jump back in the John Deere and go and help out that combine and get it emptied. Hopefully they have enough to spin around and still have some capacity so that we can get down there and help get it unloaded. And I think while we are helping unload this combine, I want to get a worker set up to head up to the store and pick up that new trailer. So let's let the combine get turned around here. We will then get into place and get them unloaded. Alright, here we go. So had a little bit of trouble last time with unloading here, with how close we could get. There we go. But if we get too close, we'll start to interact with that arm and push them off course. So hopefully right here works and we can just make our way down to the other end of the field and get them completely emptied. Don't know why we aren't having an issue this time like we did last time, but that is quite alright. I would rather have it work this way than doing what it was doing last time by pushing the combine off route. But I hope everybody's having a great Friday night. Hope everybody has a great week. Has some fun plans maybe for your weekend. I know I do. Really looking forward to it. Really need the weekend after the week I had. So just relaxing, enjoying an adult beverage, and playing some FS22. Alright, so we've got over 24,000 liters of barley here in the trailer, which is great. There we go. Got that all figured out. So we'll get this over here. And then let's go ahead and grab that Massey Ferguson and get them sent up to the store. So that we can pick up that new trailer. But seeing as the combine is right here at the end, we're going to take over for them and get the rest of this field harvested. No point in paying 3 workers at the same time, so I'm fine with paying 2, but when we're paying 3, feels a little funny, especially if I'm not doing anything. So we'll jump in here and get the rest of this field harvested up. But while we do that, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the music and the gameplay. Alright, so we just hit about 50% here in the combine. I think we might have enough space to finish off this field. Seeing as we are right here, we may as well get that emptied into the trailer. So let's get that header lifted, and hopefully that's tall enough to get over the fence here. It is. Awesome. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this almost 5,000 liters put in here, and then we'll get back to finishing up that harvest. Let's go ahead and check on, okay, so only 33% here, so that'll also be close to see if they can finish out that field with the seed that they currently have. We have more seed if it's needed. And for some reason, our Massey Ferguson never started going up to the store. So let's maybe get them closer to the road and try sending them to the store again. So jump in here, Massey Ferguson. Try it again. Go to the store. We want to pick up our new trailer. Target is unreachable. Okay. No one ever said the workers were smart. One more time. Set destination here. Alright. Where are you going? That's fine. We're just gonna let them do their thing. Alright, so let's get this harvest finished up. 2, maybe 3 more passes of the field. We will get this all rowed up, and then we'll be able to use that brand new baler that we just bought. Get all of this baled up. But thanks for being here. Hope you're having a great Friday night. Hope you're enjoying the gameplay. This is your first time stopping by. We are playing this as kind of a Let's Play series, but streaming each episode live, so you can definitely go back and see the progress. This is the type of content that I make. Enjoy watching FS22, well, really any farming simulator content. Really relaxes me. So I thought, why not put 2 things that relax me together? FS22 gameplay and LoFi music. So that is the entire premise of our wonderful channel here. If you enjoy it, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, because this is the type of content you can expect. But for the time being, sit back, relax, enjoy the music while we finish up harvesting this field of barley. I love it when a plan comes together like this and you can finish out the field with just one final pass. Nothing else annoys me more when we leave just a little bit where we have to do one final pass. And as I'm saying that, I'm realizing that might be the case here a little bit. But it seems like we are taking almost all of it. Yeah, alright, I think we're going to be good. Down on that far end, it might be a little bit questionable, but I think we'll be fine. If we can get through this part here, I think we will be able to do the entire field. And I'm glad that we emptied. I see that we've got 50% full, which means we would not have been able to empty, or we would not have been able to finish the field. So it's a good thing that we were able to knock that out the last time. And there we go. That is the field officially baled. And by baled, I mean harvested. We are going to get it baled. But for the time being, let's get this offloaded. Let's actually check the price. So that was barley. Prices are going down. 11.35 seems to be the highest. That's actually a really decent price, so let's go ahead and get that tagged, and we'll actually just get that sold off right away. No point in waiting for an entire another year just to get a little bit higher of a price. So we are going to make our way over to the sell point and get this barley sold off. 34,000 liters. Actually, let's jump to the store first. It said it completed. I didn't think that meant that it crashed into the fence, but it did make it. So let's get connected to that new trailer of ours, and then we'll send it back to the farm. Alright, back into the menu. Bring this back to our farm. Please and thank you. Alright, here we go. Let's go get this barley sold off. So this should be a nice influx of cash. Also, when looking at the prices, remember that we have sorghum in our silo, so we also need to check the price of that. So while we are making our way to the sell point, we will do just that. So 15.48 at here and the gas station, and that is looking right about at its peak price. So we definitely want to get that sold off here too. So we'll be bringing some money in after spending some money. Looks like they are finishing up with the planting, which is great. So I expect to see that notification that they just finished that here shortly. And I think this might be the sell point that I always have issues with, so if that's the case, we might have to find another location to go and get all of this barley sold off. But for the time being, we are going to check out this one, and maybe, hopefully, we will have better luck. Well, it does look like that worker did just finish up planting that field, which is great. Yeah, this is the one that I've always had issues with. I don't know what it is. It seems like this sell point, the first time I had issues, I was doing a contract, so I thought that might have been it. But I also tried selling a previous harvest of ours here. Ooh. And it told me that that was the type of crop wasn't accepted here, even though it was the sell point in the menu. So hopefully we don't have the same issue here, but we are going to try. Yeah, see, nothing pops up. It says that I don't have access to it. It's quite strange. So barley 11.34, that is here. So our next best price is 11.13. So let's get that place tagged. My guess is that's going to be the one back by the farm. So let's go ahead and head back that way and get this sold off. Unfortunate that we drove all the way over here just to find out that we can't sell at this location. Thought maybe it was the crop type, thought maybe it was because we were doing a contract that first time, but nope, I think this is just broken, and or you've got to own it, one or the other. I feel like if you own it, it would just turn it into a silo, it wouldn't be a sell point, but what do I know? So we are going to make our way over to the other sell point, which is the closest one to the farm, but that is quite all right. We will make our way over there and get this sold off. We did cultivate, no, we harvested this field here. It did have sunflowers in it. We did that during the last episode. That was a great little profit for us. We brought in around $20,000 when all said and done. So it's a great addition to the bank account and allowed us to purchase that bale trailer and that brand new baler that you can see is sitting up there ready to be used. But what we want to do is get this barley sold off and then also get the sorghum sold off. We are not going to sell all of that because we do want to have some feed for the chickens, but we are growing wheat, so we will have a ton of feed for the chickens in the near future. And it looks like our trailer has ended up back at the farm, which is great. Worker didn't do a great job of pulling out of the road when bringing that back to the farm, but hey, they made it back, and sometimes that's all you can ask. We will fix that after we get back from selling off the barley. So here we go. Like I said, it is the closest one to our farm. And now we know for the future that that other one is just not for us. So here we go. We're going to make around $35,000 or so. Go ahead and get this sold off. Very nice. Put us back to a great figure here in the bank account. 45, almost 50, $47,000 in the bank account, $38,000 from the harvest. That is amazing. So let's get back to the farm and we will get one full trailer load of that sorghum here and we will bring it back to get it sold. Hopefully the highest sell point is not the one that we just went to and found out was broken. But if it is, we'll just do the same thing. We'll find out the second best place and take care of it there. Also looks like we've got a couple of fields over here of our neighbors that are ready to harvest, so maybe we will grab another contract and take care of that later on in the stream. Alright, let's get this filled up. So we've got 64,000 liters left. We're going to fill up one trailer load here, and we will keep the rest for feed for the chickens. So I think that'll leave us with, what, like 14 or 16,000 liters left in the silo, because I believe this is a 50,000, 51,000. So 13,000 liters left for the chickens. I think that will be more than enough to get them to harvest time of all of the wheat that we just planted. But all right, 1601, 1607. Let's get that place tagged. Where's that at? Is that where we just came from? It is, but I think it's the one that works. So let's head over there and see if we can't get this sorghum sold off. Come on, John Deere, I believe in you. Maybe I shouldn't. There we go. You know what? I feel like we're wasting time. So, let's go ahead and get the Massey Ferguson here set up on our windrower and get that field rowed up while we are getting all of this sold off. So we will put this next to our other trailer. We'll be coming back for that here in the near future. But let's get attached to the windrower. Oh, good driving there. Let's try that again. There we go. Get it unfolded. We will get it turned on. Drop it down. And here we go. I'm getting all this straw rowed up and ready to be baled. So we're gonna get that put onto a worker. We're gonna hop out, let the worker continue, and we're gonna go get back into the John Deere and get that sorghum pulled over to the sell point. Make ourselves a little bit more money. Off we go. Again, I apologize for the driving. The steering wheel that I use, the dead zone, seems to have reset itself, and whenever that happens, it makes driving much harder. But the only way to fix it is to leave the game and correct the settings. So we're just going to make it work for tonight's stream, rather than having you all watch me exit and enter back into the game. Alright, well, we know that this sell point works because we have used this one before in the past. So although it's in that same complex, or close to the one that does not work for us, we at least know that this one will. So let's get in here, get all this sorghum sold off. So hopefully another $50,000+ into the bank account and get us back right where we were when we started the episode. Almost 100,000. Maybe if we're lucky, we will crest over 100,000 here. It's gonna be close. And we're gonna fly by 100,000. There it is. Very nice. $82,000 for that one trail load of sorghum. That's amazing. That makes me want to plant sorghum in that large field of ours next time after we harvest up the wheat that we just planted. Not only can we use it for the chickens, but it brings in quite a bit of money for us. So let's get this back to the farm, and we will get the windrowing finished up. We'll take over for the worker that's doing that right now. Unless they finish it up, it is a quick job there. And then after that, we want to get that grass field of ours cut off. And I'm toying with the idea of either buying a silage pit for us to utilize, or potentially looking at renting a silage bale wrapper to make some silage out of the grass there on our farm. So we'll see when we get back. So the Fent can definitely help out with one of those next jobs of ours, as it is our most powerful tractor. But we'll go ahead and get the trailer here dropped off back into the yard. Usually we just leave it at the silo, but I think we will be... No, we're not doing any other harvesting, so we will not be dropping anything into the silo, so we can actually just put it right there where we normally leave it. We will get the John Deere here hooked up to the bale. No, we're going to use the Fent on that baler. So we'll actually get this parked up. We'll jump into the Fent, bring the drill back to one of our sheds, and then get connected up to that new baler of ours and put it to work. What are you blocked by? I can only imagine. Yep, the combine. Should have known. So let's get this out of the way, or as out of the way as we can. We'll park it here amongst the trees for right now. It's probably going to blend in really well, which means I'm going to forget about it. But look at that. 18 liters of seed left. That's perfect. So let's get this drill put back into the shed. And we will then start to bale up the straw coming off of that barley harvest field. But cheers, everybody. Happy Friday night. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're as excited for the weekend as I am. So I think our next big purchase is going to be a new drill. We just need to figure that out. We can no longer continue to plant fields of this size with such a small drill. That is now the second time that we've had to do it. But now that we're bringing money into the farm, I definitely think it is time for an upgrade. So we will put it over here for the time being. Would really like to buy one in the sale rather than paying full price. You know, sometimes beggars can't be choosers, but we're gonna try. So the worker is doing a decent job here, working its way through the field, creating some nice swaths here of the straw for us. So let's head down here and grab our new baler and put it to work. Truck is in the way, so we'll need to get that moved out of the way. Part of me wants to just ram into it, but we'll try to stay semi-realistic tonight. So let's go ahead and get the truck out of the way. Back into the fence. We'll get the baler picked up. Make sure we are on the largest size of bales. And get baling up this field. So there we go. Brand new baler. Well, brand new to us. So we want to get 240 centimeter bales. We will get it on the folded. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Get it turned on and start to go. We'll get it dropped down and here we go. Making bales with our brand new baler that we own. And we have more money in the bank than we did when we started the episode before we bought this baler. So, not a bad January here so far, and it's not even noon. So, we are going to get this field baled up. We will probably catch up to our worker that is doing the windrowing, which is fine. We are not in a rush. For the time being, just sit back and relax, enjoy the music, and enjoy the gameplay. Alright, so we have caught up with the worker, which is totally fine. Let's see where they're at. So, yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead. We can actually zip around here. Let's do the headland. We can take care of that as they help us out by making another large swath. Oop. Because we switched vehicles, it shut off on us, which makes sense. Alright, get that switched back on. We made quite a few bales off the field. Was surprised at how many we actually made there on just those 2 passes. So, we'll knock that one out. We will knock this one out as well. The headland, we will knock the far end headland out. And you can see that they are gonna put 2 into 1 and finish up probably on that last pass, and then we will just finish up getting this baled up. So yeah, we are up to 5 or 6 bales, which these are quite large of a capacity, so this is great. We're going to be able to hold on to these. We can make that decision, either hold on to them. Do we want to bring cows onto the farm? Or do we want to just sell these off either now, bring in some more money, or wait until the price is at its best? Now, last time we sold off some straw bales on the last stream and made some decent money that way, so maybe the price is just as good. So what's that, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 bales already. So yeah, making some good progress. We will get these bales loaded onto our brand new trailer as soon as we finish with the baling. We did pay for the auto load, which will help out significantly, because if you watched my last stream, you know that I am not great with the telehandler. Granted, those were round bales, so maybe it would be a little bit better. But I think the auto-loading trailer is the way for us to go. Alright. Last swath of our baling. And hopefully our worker has completed and they don't start coming back down this way. But you never know with the AI in the game. I think we're safe. Can we make one more bale? It's looking like we're going to be able to, which is great. One more would definitely be pushing it, and I don't think we have enough in the field to constitute us driving around and trying to complete another bale. We are at 63%. But I just don't think there's enough out there. So let's go ahead and get this unloaded. How do we do that here? Turn it off, unload it. There we go. Perfect. Get it folded up. And we will go put it away because we own this baler. All right. So let's go ahead and back it in here. Almost knocked over my adult beverage there. That would have been sad. Alright, there we go. So let's get detached from that. And while we're here, let's go ahead and just grab our brand new bale trailer. And we can figure out how to use it together. So there we go. Let's see. I'm guessing just operating position. And we don't have to select the size of the bale, it just automatically does it. I don't know. We'll find out. That's looking like the case. And there we go. So 3 is 10%. So if my math is correct, we'd be able to carry 30? Don't quote me on that. Nope, definitely 30. Fact checked. So, looks like we made 15 bales off of just this half of this field, which is great. So what I want to do is get a worker onto the field here, cultivating it up. I guess plowing it up, since we bought a plow in one of our previous streams. Yep, 15 bales. That's great. And then turn it back into transporting, and we're good to go. So, let's see. Straw, 139. That's not bad. It's going to drop drastically here in February. So, let's see. Biomass is still the best, which is just down the road. So, let's get this parked over here for the time being. I'm gonna jump into the John Deere and pick up the plow. And before we send it off on a worker, we are gonna do the headland. Knowing my luck, if we didn't do that, we would end up in a situation to where we are plowing up our newly planted field and or the grass field, which is exactly what we don't want. Can we make the turn? Nope. So we'll spend a few minutes here plowing up the headland ourselves to make sure to avoid those mistakes. So let's go ahead and get this unfolded. Such a great working with. We're going to get in position here. Don't want to mess up any of the grass work that we did last time. So we are going to get working on plowing up this field. We will do the headland here all the way around. And actually, while we have this happening, let's go ahead and send our trailer down here to the biomass plant. Knock out two things at once. So we're able to make quick work with this here with the John Deere. Able to do it at 10 miles per hour, which is great. Keep seeing that our worker is blocked by an object. I have no idea how that could be the case. It did go away, so sometimes I feel like we do get that false reading. So we're just gonna let it roll. Alright, here we go. We will get this side of the field finished. We will get that far side of the headland finished. And then we're going to turn it over to the worker. Can I see? There they go. They are on their way to the biomass plant. so we can get those straw bales that we just created off of this field sold off. Since we're in January, right before the price drops drastically in February. All right, almost there. This has been such a great plow for us. Such a great working with. Both the John Deere and the Fendt can pull it. Don't know if the Massey Ferguson can. That's only because I haven't tested it. So, we'll get this headland knocked out here, and then turn it over to our trusty worker. And hopefully, because we've done the headland, they are not going to try to plow up our existing fields or the grass or anything crazy like that. But you never know. So we'll still have to keep an eye on that. So let's get that. And the Fendt is in the middle of our crop here. Amazing. So let's take over for them and get down here to the sell point. Don't know if it's going to sell off the trailer or if we will have to unload it, but we will find out here shortly. It's looking like we've got to unload it, so let's figure that out. Why? Unload bales. Unload them here. Okay. Let's see. Operating. Oh, what is going on? Trailer is attacking me. So, can we write ourselves? We can. Okay. So, transporting position. Unload. That is quite weird. We'll have to figure that out, but we will just cheat a little bit here and help these bales along. I don't like using super strength, but in a situation like that, to where it seems like the trailer is malfunctioning, we're always going to use it. So, got the bales sold off. Made some money. Is that one of our bales? How did that happen? Get this over here and get this sold. So each bale was about $1,200. We had 15 of them. You can do that math. Was that $16,000? I don't know. Alright, we'll get back to the farm. We will throw the mower onto the Fendt here and get that little piece of grass cut off. And that should be most of the tasks. Oh no, we still need to do fertilization and put down lime if we can. So maybe we should do that first before we worry about the grass. The grass will always be there. The sheep definitely don't need any grass as of right now. Alright. Alright, so seems like everything's going okay over there with our worker plowing up the field. So we can focus on the next task at hand. Get this parked along the side here. Somewhat out of the way. And let's go and grab our spreader. Not sure what we have inside of it. Looks like it might be fertilizer. It is. Alright. So let's get out to the fields, see exactly which ones need to be fertilized. I think all of them. But let's double check. Yes, so everything needs to be fertilized. Perfect. So, make sure we're on the largest width, which we are not. There we go. We do have crop destruction turned off, as I'm sure you probably saw earlier in the stream when our wonderful worker decided to drive into our crop field down there of wheat that we planted last time. So we're just going to use the Fent here to fertilize the wheat fields here. Should be a rather quick job. This massive working width. So we're going to go ahead and work on increasing our yield here of these two fields. So we will do one field at a time. We will knock out this small wheat field first. We'll get over into that larger one and get that one fertilized. So you guys can sit back, relax, and enjoy the music while we finish up this fertilization. Alright, that is one field down. Knocked out the small field rather quick, so we're going to move on to the large field over here. Get this one fertilized as well. the width of this spreader and the rate at which it uses the fertilizer, I don't know if I'm ever going to upgrade. I think this is going to be always more than enough for the fields that we have. The capacity could be larger for when we're doing lime, but maybe we buy a larger lime spreader when we're doing well with money. Let's see, is there anything else in here worth looking at? I mean, maybe the tractor, because it can go up to 225 horsepower, but we'll have to spend some time evaluating that. Maybe sell off the Massey Ferguson or the John Deere and bring in the Veltra. But that'll be something to worry about after finishing up all of the fertilization here. Alright, putting a pretty big dent into the field, which is great. Getting the first application put down. We will need to come back and put another application down. We also, I believe, need to put lime down, but I always forget if we can put lime down after we have the first growth stage, but we are definitely going to try. Looks like we missed a few spots while planting, which is totally fine. For the size of this field, a few missed bits here and there is not an issue. Should have probably been doing this while we were planting. It is much easier to see before this first growth stage, but we're going to try our best. Again, if we miss a little bit here and there, not a huge issue. We just want overall to have the best chance at yield in this field. Alright, so it looks like we've got one more pass back down to finish off this field. Also looks like our worker has finished plowing up the field over there, which is great. I think before we plant that field, we will look into either purchasing or, at minimum, look at renting a new... Oh, we did not go straight there at all. Renting a new planter, because the one that we have right now, although it does a great job, it is just way too small for the farm that we have. So we definitely need to get that figured out. Alright, so all these trees in the way. Probably will eventually take those down. But just have this last little strip here. So we'll knock this out and then we'll try to fix our missed portion from our last pass. But thank you all for being here. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're enjoying the content. This is an ongoing series that we are playing as a Let's Play, but we're also doing it as a live stream. So if this is something that you're enjoying, you can always go back and check out past episodes. Do have a playlist for that. If you're enjoying this type of content, this is the content that we make. Farming Simulator 22 gameplay set to lo-fi music. All right. So now we will try to get lined up with where we missed and try to get that covered up here. So right around here. And yes, we are spreading much wider than we probably need to be, but I'd rather be safe and make sure we cover up everything that we need to. right. So what we'll do after we get this finished, we will head back to the yard, unload this fertilizer. Actually, let's go ahead and just fertilize this field. What am I saying? We want to get this fertilized. Make a quick 2 passes here, knock out this field. Although what we rent or buy to plant might take fertilizer, we may as well just do it ourselves right now. Alright, final pass here of all the fertilization. Might not be able to get it all covered here, which is fine. There we go. Better than nothing. So we'll go ahead and overuse. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Okay, now what we're gonna do is head back into the yard, get this fertilizer unloaded, and then load up with lime and see if adding lime to the fields is still something we can do. Don't think we have that much lime, so we're just gonna test at first and see if that's something that we can even do. So let's get pulled up here. Still saying that we have some in there, so it's not enough space to unload. Okay, there we go. Let's get super close here. Oh, you know what? Is that fertilizer? No, the IBC is not, but no, that's lime. Let's just give that a little bit of help there. We will pull forward away from all the fertilizer and fill up with that lime. Oh, so we got a decent amount in there. 28%, just over 1,200 liters. So let's zip around over here. We still are on maximum width. There we go. We're gonna get some lime spread. So is it doing anything? Because I am used to it doing its white coverage. Yeah, so we definitely missed out on being able to do the lime. So let's go ahead and do it over here in this field before we forget. So since this one doesn't have anything growing in it yet, we will go ahead and get some lime put down. This might be just the perfect amount for the field here. I know that we go through lime much quicker than we go through our fertilizer, but it's looking like we're gonna have enough to finish this out. And although it will look really weird, we'll probably go down and do this on the portion of the field, the wheat field down there that we planted today, if we have enough left, which it's not looking like we are going to, so that's fine. We'll at least do this one field. There's another crash. All right. Let's see if we can't. I don't think we're going to be able to make it all the way back down because this is less percentage left than half of what we had when we started. So if my math is correct, we aren't going to be able to finish, but we did just reduce the size. So maybe we somehow will be able to. We got 5%. It's going to be close, but I think we're going to sneak it in there, which is great. It's really going to help out this field. So not perfect. But, oh, almost. My driving would have been better. I think we would have been fine. So to clean up this area, let's go ahead and just get all this loaded back in as fertilizer, rather than just having these pallets sitting around in the yard. The header trailer there also kind of is in the way, but once we bring the combine back over, we will get that straightened up as well. So let's go ahead, get this drop back off. Try to not make a mess. Okay, there is nothing there. I don't know what it is about these sheds here, but always giving me issues with visibility, so cab view is the best view. All right, and there we go. So that is all of that taken care of. I had a thought that I don't think we actually have. Nope, we don't have any mowers. So I think that is where we are going to end the stream for today. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. If you're watching this on after the live stream, I hope you enjoyed it. As always, thank you for being here, and we will see you next time on our Stone Valley farm.